a podcast where you don't need an invite to join the conversation. Welcome to Add Me to the Group Chat. You were going to the field and picking things. Like, you were doing a lot.
Going to the field?
Yeah.
Picking
you
what?
just, I don't know, picking beans to grind. You're doing too much. Know what Angel drinks and how much.
They make fun of me all the time because I talk about saving money. Totally conned us.
Yeah.
I think he totally manipulated and lied.
Video that needs to be watched. So if you want to hear some like black and white, this is what's happening, this is what it is, what his name is. Well,
but I'm in the pumpkin. I want anything pumpkin right now.
Yeah, which is crazy because I don't like pumpkin anything. I only like pumpkin pie. Or like you were talking about these donuts from
Krispy Kreme, the pumpkin donuts.
Well, we bought a half a dozen. This is the first time in my life I
didn't like them?
He is so terrible. He is going to con everyone. He has not just done this to Angel and Mark. He has done this to a ton of families. Do you froth your milk?
In the camper, we don't have a frother.
I mean, shop too.
Yeah, but I don't do Harris Teeter. I think this is another thing. Me and you are so different. I think Harris Teeter is the most expensive.
Go find the video. I'm gonna tag the video. He also, there's another company that he's in bed with, right? And there's some shady stuff going on. So y'all can, okay, first of all, let's backtrack. So September 1st, honey. And we went to Starbucks. And I have a no-spin September, but we're in the Starbucks line. You guys, welcome to Add Me to the Group Chat. I have my sister Angel here with me today. If you are brand new and never have heard an episode of the podcast, well, I want you to please subscribe. It helps this podcast grow and helps more people have more visibility to see it and listen. But the video is always on YouTube, and so you can go to Add Me to the Group Chat on YouTube. But then on all the other platforms that you can tune into a podcast, you can search it there. So hit follow or hit subscribe. And we just thank you for being here. Let's get right into it. My sister, Angel Williams, back with us. What's happening, Angel?
Hello.
Yeah, we are... We're just going to catch you guys up. It's a little life update. I have a couple like questions just to throw out there. Just some fun sister questions, life questions. We'll get to that. But we're just going to do a little catch up. Sometimes, I like to not always have a plan. I love that because then it can go anywhere, Yeah. So let's just talk about what you did this morning. What have you been doing?
Well, this morning, really, got up, had coffee.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's tell the people, how do you like your coffee? Tell us how Angel prefers her coffee. Maybe other people need to be inspired by your coffee.
Well, right now I'm drinking K-Cups because that's what we have in the camper.
Well, I feel like before you did K-Cups, you were doing all the fancy, like grind your coffee beans. And
yeah, I prefer that.
You were going to the field and picking things. Like, you were doing a lot.
Going to the field?
Yeah.
Picking
I don't know, picking beans to grind. You're doing too much. I've always done a K-Cup. No, I guess I haven't.
I don't think the coffee
I guess I've done grounds.
is good.
Oh, yeah. You like it like pure. Fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, go ahead.
So in my camper life is a K-Cup.
Yes.
And we have all different kinds.
Okay.
I really like Black Rifle coffee.
Black Rifle coffee? Where do you buy it?
Walmart, Harris Teeter, but it's expensive.
Oh, what's expensive?
Like, for a K-Cup, like...
Angel likes to throw away around the word expensive. She's like, girl, it's $3.99.
60, 70 cents for a K-Cup, but the coffee that I'm using now is like 20, 19.
Oh, you're breaking it down by K-Cup. Okay, got it. Okay, Starbucks is like $10 a drink. Okay, listen, this is good. We want to know what Angel drinks and how much.
They make fun of me all the time because I talk about saving money.
I don't make fun of you. I just think it's very funny how you say it. I think it's hilarious. I love saving money. I think that's smart. I think it's very savvy. Angel's a very savvy shopper. Okay, continue. Anyways, I've never heard of this brand. Didn't even know that's what you drink.
But
what is it called again?
Black Rifle.
Black Rifle. Like, I was like, gun. I thought gun. Okay.
It is.
Because it's like pure.
It's it's somebody that was in the military started like a veteran.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And everybody keeps on saying I need to order it online. So I might go to their website. It's better than getting. But most of the time I get whatever's at Sam's, like the bulk buy.
Oh, Sam's sells it too.
No, they don't sell Black Rifle, but I'll do Sam's brand. Or is it Peeps or no? Starts with a P. Something. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know names of brands, but
okay,
that's all right.
Well,
but I'm in the pumpkin. I want anything pumpkin right now.
Which is crazy because I don't like pumpkin anything. I only like pumpkin pie. Or like you were talking about these donuts from...
Krispy Kreme, the pumpkin donuts.
Well, we bought a half a dozen. This is the first time in my life
You didn't like them?
I hadn't even tasted it.
You have some up there?
Yeah, I got 2. We got 3 of those. Alan already had one. He said it was great. The boys can have the other ones. I actually meant to put it in their lunchbox today and I forgot. But
yeah, they need to eat them or it won't be good.
Yeah, it'll be bad. I like the filled, just a classic filled. And then I really wanted the donut holes. First of all, our family goes to Dairy Queen a lot. Well, less than they used to. And I don't really love Dairy Queen. I've probably had it 3 times in my life.
We did it summertime because it was fun for the kids.
Yeah, and so then we passed the hot and now sign. I'm like, oh, I want some donut holes. They're not hot and now, but I wanted just a little bite of a donut. I don't want a whole donut. So then I had a half of a donut and a donut hole, whatever. Anyways, you like pumpkin. I can't get with it.
Last night I was looking through all
Probably gonna get canceled because of that. Everybody's like, you don't like pumpkin.
My old cookbook, I'm thinking about doing like a fall series of bacon. So I was looking at every recipe I can find.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Well, you've gotten 3 recipes that you've made this week. No, maybe 2 from TikTok. Did you make 3 this week? You made your own pasta, but that wasn't TikTok. That was just you.
I made a breakfast casserole last night for supper. This is the thing. Everybody does videos, and they say, oh, it's so good. I have not had one thing that I've made a video that has been that I think, this is just absolutely delicious.
That you should share it.
That I'd probably cook again.
Oh, so everything you made this week, you wouldn't make it again? Like, it was fine, but you wouldn't make it again? You wouldn't do those dumplings again?
Not with the it was curry and coconut milk. I just didn't like the palette of flavor with it.
Yeah, it is weird. It's
and they were soggy.
Yeah,
I like them a little more crispy. I think that it was more the texture than flavor.
You could make a different sauce. But
like that sauce would have been good with rice. That's what me and Mark said. Like it would have been better with rice, but not the dumplings in it.
And then if you did the dumplings, you could fry the dumplings and put them on top or eat them on the side. Or yeah, it was a texture thing too. Yeah, it was a lot of different flavors. Anyways, okay, that's interesting. Okay, continue back to coffee. Okay, you like what now?
Pumpkin.
And then how do you make it?
Well, I just buy pumpkin creamer. Just the Starbucks pumpkin creamer. That's what I've been drinking.
Okay, well,
Nothing
that's a big
fancy.
deal. So Starbucks pumpkin creamer, gunshot.
Black Rifle.
Black Rifle. I know it was a gun. Black Rifle coffee, K-Cups. No syrup. You just do that cream.
I have vanilla syrup and a pumpkin syrup. So like when I do an iced coffee with a protein shake, I'll put like pumpkin flavor. And I've started that this week.
Angel's protein shakes are all the rave now. Tell y'all. Courage is like, I have never had a iced coffee before in my life. And then she made one of yours that you showed online. She's like, I drink it every day. I don't know if she's drinking it every day now, but she was during the summer because it was so hot. So tell me, okay, so that's how you do hot coffee. Mm-hmm. But do you froth your milk?
In the camper, we don't have a frother.
I mean, well, if you have a K-cup machine, you could have a frother. Okay, you don't froth it. You could do the hand frother.
We don't have water.
They don't have electricity or running water,
We
y'all.
do have electricity, but
minimal. So you do cold cream in your hot coffee.
We fill up our coffee cups with jugs of water. We fill up the jugs and take it in there.
Okay.
If we need to wash our hands or go to the bathroom, we go out of the camper and go to the bathhouse.
Use the LeBlue for that?
No, I said we have to go to the bathroom.
But you said your jugs. You're not using LeBlue to wash your hands.
No, I'm saying to fill up our coffee.
The container.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cleaner. Yeah. Okay. All right. So black coffee, your cold creamer, and do you do a pump of anything, or that's only for cold?
A pump would be, I don't have a pump on it, but I have vanilla and pumpkin.
But you don't add it to your hot coffee?
Not normally.
Because the creamer already has it.
in the morning.
Okay, got it.
I only add those to cold.
Got it.
That's just...
Do you want to ask me how I make my coffee?
How do you make your coffee?
Oh, thank you for asking, Angel. Wow, so kind. I froth mine, but I've not always done that. I used to always do cold creamer in my coffee, but then my coffee doesn't last as long, and that really annoys me. So anyways, I order from Amazon. They are an organic San Diego medium roast K-cup. And then I put it in my little K-cup machine, and then I make me an 8-ounce, and then I do heavy cream. And I've not always done heavy cream, but I think heavy cream tastes really, really amazing. Probably because it's so fatty. Do you think so?
Yes.
Because I did half and half, tastes like garbage. Then you do regular milk, tastes like garbage. And then I've done all the creamers before that are like sugar-free, but then they have a lot of artificial stuff in them, and then you have an aftertaste, and that's like, I'm over it. So one of my friends is also a type 1. So Haley was like, I use heavy cream in my coffee. And I was like, I've never even thought about that. It's weird. And you use that tons for baking. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I started frothing heavy cream. I couldn't even tell you how much I do. I just put it in my frother. And then I do sugar-free caramel. I don't even know the brand. I buy a bunch of different brands. Yeah, but I just do a syrup. And it is magical. Nobody else can make coffee like that. Like when you go buy coffee places, don't you get annoyed if you can't get a good coffee? But you're like, I make it really good at home.
But if I go, I don't get a basic coffee. I'll get like a latte or something different that I can't make at home.
Yeah, and I guess for you don't get sugar-free stuff. So you can get all the creams and the different milks, and I try to do it.
And like right now, if I go get a coffee, I've put myself on a budget. I can only go once a week and get a coffee.
Oh, okay, first of all, let's backtrack. So September 1st, honey, we went out and about on, what was that called, Labor Day?
Yeah.
We were laboring. We were out in the fields. We were in the streets, and we went to Starbucks. Angel said, she said that I have a no-spend September, but we're in the Starbucks line. I was like, oh, that's good. She's like, I'm going to use my change because it doesn't count.
I already failed the first day.
I was like, day one.
It wasn't me and Mark's decision. I sort of made it up for us and hadn't told him yet. So I thought, I hadn't really told him because they were out dove hunting. That morning I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how much money I can save. Because it makes you think when you spend stuff.
I know.
You know, and you look for the month, it's like, no, how much should I spend on coffee? Not that I go a lot.
Oh, well, I mean, it can be, the way you buy coffee. You know, I think this coffee conversation is really good. Tell them how you actually order coffee in the wild. Not at home.
Like what I did Monday?
Yes, you do that every time I'm with you, though. So you do this everywhere.
I usually don't go to Starbucks. No hate against Starbucks, but I think they're more expensive. I go to Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah, and you actually probably know to the penny how much it is. So tell us, give us.
Well, it depends on. It can be 2 different prices at the Dunkin' Donuts. It depends on who's working.
Oh, why? Weird.
How they ring it up. Because I say a large cup with ice with 1 shot of espresso. So sometimes they ring it up in just $1 and they charge me just for the cup. Oh. Like they do ice water. So it's $1. So sometimes I pay $1 tax. But then some people do it and charge me $1 for the cup and $1 for the shot. So it's 2 something. Oh. But it's never, it's like 2.
Do you notice what location does it? Or it's really the same location can do it 2 different ways?
The same.
Weird. So sometimes they're not charging you for the shot of espresso.
It just depends on who's at the register.
Weird. Okay, I didn't know that. Anyways.
And then I add a protein drink. So if I get a coffee out, I take my protein drink and I add it to it.
And then what protein drink do you purchase?
Fairlife.
And you've always been using that?
It's just because it's the cheapest that you can buy it.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Like, because I get it at Sam's. Now, if I would go to the grocery store and buy it individually or Food Line, no. But because I buy it in bulk.
Got it. So then you do 1 shot, a large cup with ice, and then you add your protein drink to it.
And that's it.
And then that's your...
Mm-hmm. And I don't get any flavor if I'm out.
But that's because you're like, I can have coffee with my drink because it makes it better.
Yeah.
But now how do you make an iced coffee at home?
If I would want an iced coffee, that's how I would do it too with the protein drink.
Oh, you always put a protein drink with it. You know what's so crazy is that I've been buying that cold brew, like Starbucks, you know, you get in the store. And what makes me so mad at myself, nobody else, but it's because I want my cup to be full. But you have to pour a ton of coffee or a ton of cream
in there. So
I guess it does make it to make your coffee stronger.
The instant, if I make it at home.
Got it.
The instant
That's something with an N. Nesta? No, that's chocolate milk. Nesta.
I don't know. Okay. I've had 2 different brands.
Okay.
You see, we're not too good with brands.
Mm-mm. I'm like that stuff. I can tell you what the package looks like. It's brown.
Yes.
And glass.
And you just add your water.
Is it glass or plastic? I don't know.
Your tablespoons, and it just dissolves, and then I add my protein drink and ice. It's good.
Yeah, I like that. So I did the cold brew, and then I'll do some of the boys. I say the boys because Maddox and Cruz love coffee, and I do their caramel oat milk in it, and I really have to take a lot of insulin. And then I'll do a tiny bit of heavy cream, and I'll do a little bit of syrup, and then I'll make that my cold coffee. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm drinking so much dang on coffee when I do that. It's probably over 12 ounces.
Well, when you go out to get it at the store, it's really mostly milk.
It really is. That's what I've noticed when I do it at home. I'm like,
it's a lot of milk.
I don't want to drink all that milk.
Yeah.
That's gross. That's so gross. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how to make iced coffee, but have more iced coffee. Like a good, what my mix should be.
Well, when we eventually get in the house, I want an espresso machine.
I do too.
That really, you ground them, put them in the little thing, press it down.
They're expensive, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I really
Maybe
want.
I'm thinking of a cappuccino machine. But they're the same, right? You can have a machine that does both.
Probably.
I'll show you the picture on Amazon.
But I now when we were at our old house many, many years ago, it feels like. I like Melaleuca. I'm a Melaleuca shopper. And I like their whole beans to ground them. They're organic. Yeah. That's my favorite. But being here, I could do it at your house, but it's doing it here and then keeping it and going back and having to wash it every time. Yeah. It's
more of a process.
Work. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. And everybody likes their coffee different. I just find it funny. Okay. I love that. Maybe this helps.
But local. Now, people that are listening local, the best coffee shop is Coco Java in Salisbury.
Okay, yeah.
If I'm going to go I don't ever get a shot of espresso to do a protein drink there because they don't have large enough cups. I don't like that. But
what's their biggest cup then? Weird.
It's
like it's almost like a medium. It's not like a venti, like a large.
No. But it's good. So if you're local and you hadn't tried them, they're good. And they always have different flavors. I can't talk. Flavors every month.
Well, and you turned me on to the syrup that they use because they get it. Well, they don't probably import it from, but it is a syrup that is imported from Italy, I think.
1963, is that what it's called?
1983.
83.
And I bought it off of Amazon for probably 2 months, and then it was not available anymore, and it's still not available. So I've gone back to Skinny Girl syrup or something like that. But that 1983, I felt like it actually did have some things in it, I think.
I think it's made in France.
France, that's
what I use for my pumpkin and my vanilla.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But they sell it at the coffee shop. Mm-hmm. I think I saw it. Yeah, I've only gone there once. But then when we went on a Saturday, Angel and I, and we went to the market, farmer's market. They'll get you. Oh my gosh, you better beware because they got snacks on snacks on snacks. And I even bought soap from somebody, and I make soap, but I bought it for research and development. So it was a good outing. But it's really close to the market. We went not to buy
anything. We just went to get coffee.
But then you want to support, and you're like, well, that looks good.
But we bought a lot of sweets.
We did. I don't even eat freaking sweets like that. But then the kids and Pops and everybody
But when you taste them, and it's like, oh, okay, I want to support you. You just wanted to support them.
Yeah, it was nice. And we don't do that often. That's literally the 8 years that we've lived here. September will be 8 years. How many years for y'all?
It'll be 3 in December.
Great. I love that.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. But I've never been to that market. And I kind of think that's sad because I really like to support local small businesses, but I don't actually like to go out of my house. So how are you supposed to always do that,
I'm a little bit of a homebody too.
Yeah, I don't want to leave. Why would I leave? I mean, I have to go get groceries, but now I'm to the point I don't want to go in the grocery store to shop. I pick up. I'm like, I'll go to the grocery store if I have to. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just like, why would I if it's a pickup? You home shop too.
Yeah, but I don't do Harris Teeter. I think this is another me and you are so different. I think Harris Teeter is the most expensive.
I mean, it probably is.
No, they have great deals. There's, I look at their flyers, and if there's something I want to get, but I couldn't shop there weekly.
Yeah. Let's talk about groceries. Because I think you brought this up the other day. You were watching someone's video and she said, first of all, there's science to how she does this, but share what you shared with me.
There's a girl, and I don't remember her name. If I did, I would, but I don't even know if I follow her. But she started making videos that she spends $300 a month on groceries. And I was like, $300 a month on groceries? So I was just fascinated. Like, she started doing recipes, but it's really not recipes. The majority of what she eats is, they do have a garden. So they're right there. When you grow your own food year round, you don't have to buy vegetables, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's bulk filler.
Yep.
And she buys her meat. And when she'll go to the grocery store, if something's on sale, she'll buy a lot of it, put all her meat in the freezer, pull it out from there. And she's an ingredient household. So she has like rice, pasta, and they eat a lot of beans.
Yeah.
My boys really don't care for, Levi don't live here anymore, but Jasper does not care for beans. Like, I love some pinto beans, but he won't eat them. So I can't, you know what I mean?
You can't make that a staple for every meal. Yeah.
She'll do, like chicken, rice, beans, or like she did what I was telling you about, a hamburger patty on a tortilla, and she did her meat and she did black beans into the meat and blended them up like a filler and also given protein and put it on the tortilla and cooked it. So it's very easy, simple things that she's like, I can cook something in like 15 minutes. It's great. And I sort of was like that a little bit when I lived at the house. Now we buy some stuff because it's just convenient.
Yeah.
And we're both in your house cooking and doing, so sometimes I cook earlier in the day. So we're not both cooking
at the same time.
Yeah. So, but it's fascinating. I spend more than I don't know how much I spend, but even the three of us, I know I spend more than $300 a month.
Well, and you go Sam's, you'll go Walmart, you'll do Aldi.
Yeah.
And you'll do Food Lion.
Yes. Yeah.
And I do Harris Teeter and Food Lion.
Yeah.
I rarely go to Aldi anymore because I don't want to go in. And then Food Lion is right here. So like that, the reason we'll go there is because it's easy. I pull up, get out. If Alan drops me off to grab like one or two things, and that's it. And then if I barely go to Target anymore. So if I go there and they randomly have stuff.
I don't go to Target.
So I used to go more, but when I go, I'm like, well, I don't need anything. Like,
you buy more when you're in the store because you see stuff. It's like, I don't need it, but I want it.
I know. And so I try to go when I only need something, or if I'm like, I just want to do a little shopping for whatever. Anyways, Target has some random things that are helpful to have. But yeah, we went through our budget of what we spend in groceries, and it was between $600 and $700 a month on groceries. But I was buying a lot of meat then. And that was not including every time Alan goes to Sam's and he acts like he has a restaurant, which is crazy. He's really gotten better about it. But
it's crazy at Sam's, really. You can get like 5 or 6 things, and it's like $200.
I know. Yeah. Oh, it's dumb. I'm like this. And it's fine, but he would go and get a ton of snacks and like a ton of like whatever. He buys everything. Like, we have 500 people living here. But he's like, it's good. We don't have to go for 3 months. So, but I don't count that. Harris Teeter could be anywhere between $150 to $250 every week. But I think I'm going to get better because I don't have to buy as much meat anymore. So that'll be different. But I'm like, groceries add up. And I don't like to go to 3 or 4 different spots. I want to go to one spot and then it's done,
Well, I love pickup. Order it online and go pick up. I feel like I save money and don't buy the stuff that I don't need.
Yeah.
But Aldi's has it. You can do it. Not the one that's near us, but the other one on the side of town. But I realize their prices are more expensive. And I don't like that.
They'll shop it for you?
They'll shop it for me and I'll have to pick it up.
The employees. Yes. Not Instacart.
Not Instacart. The employees at Aldi's. But I don't like, it's not everything. It's just some things. And I'm like, Because I know Aldi's, the store I go to, I can be in and out in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But Walmart, the only time I do Walmart is when I do pickup. Yeah. And it's just sometimes it's just more convenient when I need a couple things that I can't get.
Yeah.
But in Sam's, I do pickup too. I don't ever go into Sam's anymore because I bought things I didn't need.
Yeah, so Alan goes in. He does need to do more like on the app. Mm-hmm. Well, he uses the app going through the store. That saves time with checking out, but he needs to shop the app and then we can pick up or something
Well,
like
I've
that.
never had any issue with Sam's. Sometimes I can get on there in the morning and I can pick it up in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But Walmart, you have to do the day before most of the time.
Well, and see, this is what I like about Harris Teeter is that there's no charge anymore. So I don't know if they charge. Does Walmart charge? Mm-mm. I don't think anybody charges anymore, which I think is great. I think it's because of the competitors and like whatever. Like if you charge, then why would I come here?
I don't know with Sam's. We have the business account, so I don't know if you just have the basic. If that's, I don't know.
I don't know.
So I don't know about.
I guess it just pays for itself. Like if you have the membership, they just shop it for you. I don't know. But Harris Teeter doesn't charge anymore, but they really know me. So they don't know me like that or whatever, but I'm a regular every week. But the other day I forgot to submit an order and I had like 5 things that I needed. And so it was going to be like another hour and a half, but I was like, I'm kind of right here. I hate to do that. So I called him and I was like, I submitted an order, but I didn't, whatever. It says like 4:30, but I'm kind of in the area right now. It's 3. Do I need to come in and shop it? Like, can I do that? Because I can't cancel it. Like it's done. And she was like, well, I have something in front of you, but I'll just shop it really quick. Just pull up. So like,
that was nice.
I feel like the customer service has gotten really good at Harris Teeter, which I like. There was a rough patch for a minute. They wouldn't let you add anything on your order. Like if I called and I forgot like milk, they made it such a big deal to add it on. And then there was a time where they would forget stuff in my order, remember? And they would have to drive it out here. I'm like, I just got home and unloaded and I don't have my whatever for tonight. And they're like, I'll drive it out. They don't do that anymore. They're like, I'm sorry, I can't drive it out, whatever, which is fine. And then anyways, it's been weird, but I feel like they've gotten really, really good because I feel like the service gets used so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, you better figure it out.
It's just convenience.
Yeah, it is really, really convenient. So anyways, I don't know how that girl does it, but she has a science behind it and does it. But I also buy, and I think you do too, but we're also kind of like, we buy different stuff, but I try to buy everything organic, even snacks. We have to start putting some time into ourselves, especially as a busy woman and a mom. We honestly don't put too much time into ourselves. As someone that's experienced burnout many times and also frustration in life and not understanding why am I feeling this way, it really boils down to not putting any energy into myself. My cup is empty. How can I fulfill my cup? And it really comes down to self-care. If that comes with a body mask or face mask, hair treatment, pedicure, or even just a little, relaxation, 30-minute TV time, whatever it looks like to you, sometimes we decide to not do it because it takes too much time or it's too expensive to do. I have created an amazing body care line that is affordable and so amazing for you to do at home and not break the bank. So our company is Like Butter and it is absolutely to die for. Women go crazy over our body butters, over our sugar scrubs, and also our bar soap. Everything's very clean and natural, and it's not made with harsh, toxic ingredients. And it also is helping a small business as a woman entrepreneur. I am so excited that I get to give you a code personally. So thank you for listening to the podcast, but the code is AMBER. Use AMBER at checkout at our website, likebutta.com, and that is LYKBUTTAH.com. Go there, shop, enjoy, but listen, I have some exciting news rolling out this fall and winter. We have some new things coming. So make sure you get on our email list, our text list, and we cannot wait to package up your order personally. Love you so much. Let's get back to it. And it's not all the time, but I think that also adds up. I'm like, I'll pay,
The thing I like about Aldi's, they don't have dye. Now, some things they get, but most of the time their name brand stuff doesn't have extra dyes and
which is nice.
Like that. That's what I pay attention to. But sometimes there's organic and sometimes,
there's
what I mean?
not. Mm-mm. Yeah. So, just buying as clean as possible, but it's really hard to because sometimes we just want snacks. I got those vanilla wafers or whatever, you know what I mean? Those little things that you would do banana pudding with. I haven't bought those in forever, but every week I tell the boys, pick something, one snack that you would want. And anyways, that was a choice of mine. No, they didn't ask for it.
Oh,
I added
that's what
it,
you wanted.
But I hadn't eaten it. But I was like, I forget that those exist. So sometimes you just want like little things, you know, and I think it's fine, but that adds up for groceries. Okay. Anyway, squirrel. That was good tips. Maybe this helps somebody. I don't know.
Tell us how much y'all spend on groceries a month.
Yeah, that's a good, tell us.
I have a hard time knowing because I will go, like if I'm buying butter and stuff like that, I put it in my thing and I keep up with my receipts and just highlight my bacon stuff for my business and put in tax stuff. So I really don't know, but I would think that I spend about $125 if I cook 5 or 6 nights a week.
That's good. Yeah. That's not snacks. That's meals.
It's a little snacks too, but I do pretty good keeping up with snacks. Like I don't feel like I buy all the snacks just for this week. Like I'll have 1 week a month that I'm like, okay, I'll stock up on snacks. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to buy snacks every week.
Yeah, and
First of all, Jasper doesn't eat as much as Maddox and Cruz.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He eats like a bird.
Yeah. Maddox and Cruz, I buy like 1 box of something and it's gone. Same day. I'm like, I just purchased that.
But you pack snacks for school and that kind of stuff where we're home. So you know what I mean?
You can eat like a meal instead of like a snack. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always have to have snacks.
And when I cook, I pack Mark's lunch for the next day and we eat our leftovers. So really.
Yeah.
So.
Tell me your routine. Tell the world what your routine is kind of like these days. Since you're living here, it's a little bit different. So tell us about your new normal.
Well, it's really not new normal because we're almost been here 3 years. But, I mean, we're here. I get up, not every morning and make breakfast for Mark, but 2 or 3 mornings we make breakfast. He leaves for work. We chill out. No, that's the great thing about homeschool. We don't start as soon as we don't start at 8 o'clock. We probably start our day at 10 o'clock if I don't have cakes to make.
Yeah.
So I work 2 or 3 days a week with baking and decorating, that kind of stuff. So.
Yep.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I cook basically about every night, supper.
Yep.
Some days I have chill out time and sometimes I don't. But I've started September 1st. Let me tell you my goals.
Yeah, I've been seeing it on TikTok, so I'm excited for you to share with the world.
Well, I've been seeing everybody talking about this lock-in. Have you seen this? About locking in till the end of the year. Locking in. I'm like, what are they talking about? Locking in.
First of all, your algorithm is different than mine. I don't see half the stuff Angel sees.
Well, it's crazy. Every couple weeks, my algorithm changes.
But you're more of a TikTok scroller. I'm more of an Instagram scroller. I feel like it's very different.
I don't ever scroll on Instagram.
That's why. I thought of that the other day, and I was like, the app is even different.
Uh-huh.
So what I consume on this app versus that app, it's going to be night and day.
Yeah.
Okay, so locking in. Okay,
locking in, and I was like, locking in, what is this? And so I just Googled locking in till the end of the year. What are people saying? Well, there's some crazy people that come up there. You know what I mean? But most of it was like, and most of the people I follow are women with children.
Yeah.
A lot of them have full-time jobs and also do videos or stay at home or homeschool, just mamas, in different lives. And they were like, this is what I'm going to do to the end of the year. And so I was like, you know what? I need to do this. So I'm going to do till the end of the year. Every single day, I'm going to walk.
Yep.
I didn't put my time limit. Right now, I've been doing a mile.
As long as you're doing it.
I've been doing a mile. And I work myself up every day. And doing a Bible study every day.
Yep.
And since the summer, I've gotten better of Bible study. But I haven't been consistent. Not like I would say not every day.
Yeah.
And I say that. I know life happens sometimes and that kind of stuff, so I'm not trying to put a huge thing. But I've been consistent since Monday.
Yeah, that's really good.
I've done my Bible study every day, and I'm trying to do that first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like Courage says that too. She's like, if I wait, it doesn't get done.
Well, what I've noticed since Monday, I'm more positive.
Yeah.
Just about life.
Like your headspace.
Like a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling real down. No. Listen, I'll be real honest with y'all. Like Mark came home one day. I kept on saying like 2 or 3 days in a row that like I just feel real depressed. So he came home one day and he grabbed my hand and he said, "I'm worried about you." you've been saying you're depressed. Would you ever do something to yourself? And I was like,
no.
No, I don't
He
feel...
came home from work, or he said it in the morning?
Came home from work that day. So it must have been on his mind. I was like, when I say I'm depressed, I don't mean like I feel like I don't want to live. I just mean I feel like I'm feeling real heavy and just feeling like nothing is going right and I can't take no more. And I was crying a lot and just feeling like I didn't want to get out of bed.
I know.
You know what I mean? That
I know. You were
feeling
like out of it for
I didn't want
to
talk to anybody.
Yeah. Oh, we know. We're like, where's Angel? Well, she's in the camper.
I just felt sort of like I want to be by myself.
But nobody can get you out of that, because what you're feeling is it's real life and you're really feeling it. So nobody can change it.
Well, I was angry. Just all those feelings of
emotions or stuff.
Yeah. So I told myself last week, I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. But the only way I can get out of it is I was like, Lord, you got to get me out of it. And I know, like, and we say we give him over the feelings. And I have. But then I was having the same feelings every day. And I'm like, is this I have to get up and give it to you every single day? I don't. That of just releasing it. So I finally gotten where I'm still going to be upset or mad, or little things are going to trigger me. But the thing is that I feel like I have peace, that the Lord has given me peace, that I know he's going to take care of us. No matter if I have in my head of I want my life to go this way or be in this house or this to happen, I'm having faith that whatever his will, I guess I'm saying whatever his will, that's where we need to be.
Yeah.
So I've released it.
Yeah,
of like,
that's nice.
He's in control.
Yeah.
I'm not in control.
I think Nothing's I did say something to Courage the other day about that. And I said, something happened with her. I was like, it's funny because that reminds me of Angel. Right now they're in this like dark space. Like, you know what? It feels dark because you're just like, it's the unknown. But like in 7 years, you'll look back and be like, that felt like a tiny glimpse of a nightmare. But now look at where we're at. You know, like, and then it could be, now this is the home and this is the land and this is the space. And right, there's reasons. Yeah. But you can't see that because you're like, no, I want it right now. Like this is right. I love that you shared that piece.
Well, and also it's taken me back where I wish that I would have journaled through my life. People that journal. But, you know, with me having dyslexia, I don't like to sit down and write. And sometimes when I write, I can read. I'm just not a great speller. So sometimes I can write something and I think I'm spelling things correctly and I go back and read it and like, what in the crap was I writing?
Read what you wrote.
So I don't like writing. But let me just tell you something. Squirrel, tangent. Phones now. Why did we not have all this stuff that you could voice text, make notes? Anyway, I wish that was like when I was going through school, but anyway, it's not. So, besides the point. I've been doing some soul searching, and I thought, I wish I would have wrote stuff down, thinking back in memory of things that, this is the thing, we've all go through trials. Either we've already gone through them, we're about to go through one, or we just got out of one. You know what I mean? Everybody has things going on in their life. Now, it might be mine's here, yours is here, hers is here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
just
yours
the different
is still
things.
A 10. Like, you know, someone said, I think I was listening to the Chrisley's podcast, and their hard is their hard. Like, what they went through is their hard. But your hard is your hard, right? But if someone compared your story and theirs, they'd be like, oh, they went to prison. Like, you know, like, you'd be like, oh, theirs is worse. No, because your heart is your heart. It's what you're facing.
Yeah.
You can't compare your story to someone else's. So, yeah.
So what I've done is look back through when I went through hard things in life. Mm. Looking at the journey that God's brought me through. Every time. He's never left. Now, the end of the story of the journeys were probably not what I thought was going to be. Yeah. But totally worked out to his will and look like, oh,
Well, is there anything you want to share grateful. That you feel like is a good example to share? You don't have to share anything, but.
No.
Yeah. That is true. Like, because you have sometimes been through something, you're like, but now I can see.
And you go back and look and it's like, I totally see the Lord take it. Okay, I see now why this happened this way. Yeah. He was doing this to get me here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm at the point where, now if we had this podcast 4 months ago, I probably would have not had this perspective.
I don't think so. And we had talked about sitting down and talking, but it just wasn't the right time.
And I was like, no, I don't. You know, I felt like if I had nothing nice to say, that was the point.
Yeah.
And that's all I want to say about that. I don't know. I feel like I've just had to change of how I look at it. Mm-hmm. We're going through something. A lot of the things we're going through are not decisions we've made, but we're having the consequences for it.
Yep.
But then I look at, it could be worse. I'm so thankful we did not get to the end in the house to be completely finished and it be crap. And then we have a house that we owe this money on and we can't live in it. Because I really feel at heart as heart, that's what would have happened if we got...
Something would have broken. Things would have messed up.
I'm like, Lord, thank you so much for not letting it hold here. Even though at the time it's like, we need a house and this money and what's the bank going to do? And he owes us stuff and he's not giving it back to us and not giving any remorse. All that kind of stuff is hard, but the Lord will work it out.
Yeah.
I can't. And there are times, I don't want to come up here and say that, you know, I mean, I've gotten through this easy. There's been times that I felt like I wanted to go take a baseball bat and bash his windows in. That
for sure.
Not hurt him, not hurt his family, but just to feel like I want to feel like there's something. But that's totally my flesh doing that, of human nature, of feeling that way. So I've had my moments, you know what I mean? I've had my moments of crying and feeling like, we live in this camper, what in the world's going to happen? But I'm so grateful. Yeah. You know, that we're here, even though I'm sure one day y'all are going to be glad that we're not here. But I'm grateful y'all were letting us live here. And
I'm glad there's room on the land. That's really what it is. It's not our physical home. I mean, yeah, there's a bathroom in the garage, like a full bath that if I feel like somebody listening is going to be like, I don't even know what's happening. I just, whatever. So I just feel like because we have space here and it's not like a neighborhood and you can't have a camper there. And then it's like, the boys are sharing a room and now y'all are in a guest room. Do you know what I mean?
That
like
would have been a whole lot harder.
Could have been really challenging, but I'm like, we have the land. Everybody has their own space. It's not ideal, but it works. Thankfully, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is and it does work out. But to catch everybody up on what Angel's kind of hitting on is Angel is my sister. Her husband is Mark. So when I reference them two, but Angel and Mark found a contractor through a reference of this guy. He does great renovations. He has built a few homes and this might be someone that y'all want to look at for building your house. And they had gotten quotes from other people and his quote came in very well. And, you know, it's like, well, I know people that know you and it just felt like a good match. And he shared and he wrote out specs of the home and he just did all the things for Angel and Mark that made them feel very confident in using him as a contractor. And there was no red flags to think we shouldn't or we should look elsewhere. So anyways, that's what Angel's talking about, was their contractor. And so Angel and Mark, they sold their first home that they had purchased together and they sold it at the height of the market. And
we
did
lived there
very
about
well.
16, 17 years.
Almost paid off, but made great on it for what it was. And were able to, you know, roll some of that cash into their future investment of property and a new location and things that their boys had constantly been saying and dreaming of. And so as parents, and you just think, well, this is a smart move. Let's do it. And so they did that. And then things just started getting really cloudy. And the more doors opened, the further they went, it just got really like more hazy. And you're just like, something's not right. But they went through with this contractor and red flags kept popping up. But you know, it's almost like a dating relationship. When you start dating someone, a man or a woman, so if a man's dating a woman and you're just like, yeah, things were happening, but you really don't see them until after.
Yeah, and now seeing things after, like, let me just say, y'all, we have text messages. I've gone and read through text messages probably 20 times since all this has happened. Like, you know what I mean? Emails and looking at things and thinking, okay, we were upset about this. We were feeling a little something about this. So we said something to him and he always had the right thing to say.
Right.
Always eased our mind. Always like, no, this is going to work out and we're going to do this and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, when we were feeling certain ways, like, okay, no, y'all pick out this and pick out this. It was like always he had like a little catch to get us back on track to feel like
progress is happening.
Yes. But now looking at everything and knowing, I have beat myself up, Mark and I, because Never keeps on saying, because you know all this stuff now.
Yep.
You can go back and look at, I wish I would have done this. But at the time, I didn't know stuff.
Yeah, you didn't know.
But it makes you feel stupid.
Yep.
And it makes you feel like, I'm going to say it again, just stupid. Like, I just felt like, oh my God, we were so darn naive. Like, what in the world was wrong with us now that we see stuff? But I think, honestly, he totally conned us.
Yeah.
I think he totally manipulated and lied. And that's really all I want to say about that. That's it just.
Yeah. And to define like con artist without like Googling like what is the actual definition, it is someone that can woo you in a way that they are putting the wool over your eyes and make it so amazing and so great. But on the backside of it, they are scheming you. They don't care about you. Nothing. And it's all about what they want. And they will con you into doing anything they want. You can be in any situation. So this was a contractor situation, but I mean, it can be, you just put it. Many, many people have done this to others. And it's just really sad that he chose you guys as, oh, y'all are going to be my new victims. And that's really what it is. He saw some things and he thought, yep, I can cash in on this. Good job. I can make some money. And the first big thing was and it was in exchange for clearing the land. And they wrote him a good check, a clean check, and it was certified. And he knew I just got cash right there. And it took him months to touch the land to start doing what actually over a year, because they had to start renewing the loan process. And it took him over a year to even touch the property. But he didn't care.
But that sounds so stupid. Like, sitting right there, people are going to think, he had that money for a year. But things
there was
happened,
a lot of things that were happening.
We had to redo our loan just because of our taxes being self-employed. And you know what I mean? So we did have to hold it a year for that because of that. But that was not his fault.
And right there, it should have been, you know what, we have to restart. So go ahead and just give us that check back. Like, thinking back, it should have been like, give that back and we'll just start this over later.
Things were said so that would not happen.
100%. Yes. He covered his tracks.
So,
yes. Yeah. No, he covered his tracks. And it was a lot of unfulfilled promises. As Angel stated, she has text and she has email. And they're going through legal things now where some things you cannot share. But there were a lot of promises and a lot of like, I will be here on this day to do this. And then he doesn't come because the weather. You know, it's like there was always an excuse. I'm traveling. I'm on a job site. And at the same time, he was not actively building at that time. He had picked up another job working at the airport. So like, y'all didn't even know that. So now he's going to build your home and he's working a full-time job. When is he going to build the home? And he said on the weekends. Y'all didn't know that until a year and 6 months later. You know, because that whole year it was just like on hold and it was no big deal.
And that was fine because we were waiting on,
right. For sure. But then it's like, oh, okay, now everything's done.
But yeah, like before we signed with the loan, I was like, when are you going to work? We'll be out there every day that we can. The weather ain't good.
Yep.
So it was, or the weather's good. And then it's like, nothing's happening. The weather's good.
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm out of town this week, but I'll be here the weekend. I'll be here. And then there were even times when he didn't show up and we tried to call and he didn't answer his phone. And then it was like,
what's going on?
So then the next day he would answer. He's like, I'm so sorry this happened. One time we were supposed to meet and he didn't show up. So it's like these little things. But listen, I'm a person that I really, really, before this happened, I want to think the best in somebody.
Right.
And give someone grace. I never thought you're going to steal from us or take from us or our house wasn't going to get done. Like, that was never in the front of my head. But now it's put in a different perspective. We are all sinners. There's bad. And now I don't know what it is, but I can pick up sometimes, like, it's like, I don't care for you. Let me just walk away. That I feel like I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. And I think this has taught me where I don't have to like everybody. I can love them and be kind. I don't have to like everybody. I don't have to entertain everybody. I don't have to be around people I don't want to be around. Does that sound ugly?
No, girl.
But I think I've learned some lessons through this, that I do not have to please and just sit there and be kind to everybody.
Who do you think you're talking to? I know that.
Well,
Facts.
a little bit of you have rubbed off on me. But
I
still want people
did y'all hear that?
I still want people to see Jesus through me. That's what
sure.
I strive to. But in our human nature, sometimes. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway.
You can't trust everybody. You don't have to be a people pleaser and trust everybody that comes in contact with you. Or you don't have to support everybody and do business, but you can be very loving and kind and keep it moving. It's fine.
I used to be, I didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Let me not say anything. And I've learned through the situation, there were times that I probably said a little bit more, should have said a little bit more. And even Mark is very kind-hearted too. He can go 0 to 10. He can lose it just like I can lose it, but we're a little bit, sometimes it takes us a little bit to get there to lose it, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I think we took a little bit too much and we sat back and just trusted a little too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's made me where even now I'm having a hard time trusting. You say you're going to do something. Okay, let me see if you really do it.
Yeah.
Let your actions show.
Yeah. Not just
and I'm
your
just
words.
not going to listen to your words. I think that's sort of what it taught me a little bit.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
No, for sure. So we'll fast forward. So now they're in a place where a lot of legal things have happened. A lot of things Angel and Mark shared. You can go to their original TikTok video. She has it pinned. Her account is Angel Williams. Or Angel Cakes, I think is what it is on TikTok. I'll tell you guys. But she and Mark recorded a video because they wanted to share the story of what's going on. And their lawyer and everybody, or their attorney and everybody said it's Angel Cakes. And it says Angel Cakes by Angel. If you do the @ Angel Cakes by Angel, you can search it and it's pinned at the top. And that shares...
But on Facebook, it's Angel Williams.
Yes, on Facebook.
I think if you do Angel Cakes, I will pop up. But
she'll pop up. You'll recognize her face. But on Facebook, like Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, they're owned by Meta, and it went crazy. Like over...
I think we have,
hundreds of thousands of views, like crazy. So TikTok didn't get as many views, but that's okay. The word got out. It's a link to share.
I don't think it's that many. I think you're giving... Let's see.
Oh my gosh. It was over 100,000.
No, it wasn't. It was 29,000.
Well, sounds like 100,000 to me.
29.8 thousand.
Still a lot.
You're thinking, I do have 1 million on a cake video.
Yeah, you have.
And
you have a lot of views on things.
Yeah, but
so it is a video that needs to be watched. So if you want to hear some like black and white, this is what's happening, this is what it is, what his name is, his full name, all the things. You can also go to the Secretary of State's and you can search his company. This is public record. I'm not saying anything that is not on the internet, but you can go to the Secretary of State's and you can put his full name in. And do you want me to spell his name? Mm-mm. Go find the video. I'm going to tag the video and then y'all can go search his name and you can see that he has dissolved his business, his contractor's license, that he no longer, that was another big thing. During their build, oh my gosh.
He didn't renew his
He didn't renew. License. So how are you going to build and finish the home? And so he dissolved it. It's gone. He cannot work as a contractor. He also, there's another company that he's in bed with, right? And there's some shady stuff going on. So y'all can find all this on the Secretary of State's. I will link things in the show notes and in the descriptions, and y'all can do all the digging. I have made some short form content like reels. I've created kind of like a funny little personality with Pamela Petty, and I'm just sharing true factual scenarios and stories that have happened with this contractor. And it is crazy. And we could go on for days talking about it. So if you want to like dig more and hear more, do that. But I'm going to put his name in the description so y'all can look him up. But he is so terrible. He is going to con everyone. He has not just done this to Angel and Mark. He has done this to a ton of families that we have had verbal conversations with about it. Other people have proceeded in legal action, and legal action even with the other company. Like it just gets really deep. And so just know there's things behind the scenes that once everything's cleaned up and clear and all that, they can be more open and tell more. But the story is actively happening right now. So just watch who you do work with, honestly, or who you get in a relationship with. You know, people are always going to screw somebody over, not everybody. And that really makes it challenging because you do want to trust people and you're like, well, I want to take their word. Mm-hmm. And so people that are honest, you're like, dang, that really sucks for them, but I can't trust you until it's done, you know? And so, yeah, it makes it really challenging. But he is actively still pursuing jobs. His intent was to never finish your home. Because
we can say that's how I feel allegedly, that I feel like the things looking back of stuff happened that I don't think he ever intended to finish our home.
Right. Well, the deadline to finish the home, they had almost 90 days and the concrete was only on the ground. Mm-hmm. So how are you finishing a full-blown home in 90 days? There's no way you can do that. And then that became 60 days. And then it's like, then he kept saying with his own words that...
He said he talked to the bank and the bank said we really had to October. But then when we told the bank that, they're like...
Never said that.
No. So it was...
Just crazy stuff. Yeah. So we'll be sharing more short form videos about it. But anyways, very wild. So that's a little update. So I'm glad your mental state is getting better. So follow Angel's TikTok so you can see her walking. You have to walk the driveway and touch the garage 5 times. And that way we know from the gate to the garage that it is, when you do that 5 times, it's a mile. If you do it 10 times, then it's 2 miles. And I love walking the driveway. I've recently been going to a park in another town, a couple towns up, and I will walk that, I think 3 times, and then I've done 4 miles.
Yeah.
So like it just like if you can just get out and move your body, that's really good. And if I do that 3 times, I've done 10,000 steps. How many steps do you do? And
I don't check my steps.
Well, I don't really either, but that app on our phone, the health app, I think that's what it says. It tracks your steps even if you didn't ask it to. You know what I mean? And so I started noticing it when I was walking and I was like, dang, like look at all those steps I did. So, maybe you can track by steps if that helps you instead of by miles. But the weather
right now is so nice.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I've said I'm going to walk every single day. What about it rains and when it gets cold?
Well, I'm going to move the treadmill back. It's in Pops's laundry area. Yeah. I'm going to move it I'm moving it back to the garage. This weekend we don't have anything to do, so not that we don't have anything to do. We have things to do here, but we're going to rearrange stuff in the garage. I'm going to move the treadmill back in there. Y'all want me to tell y'all our future plans? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so excited. Speaking of walking and our health, we want to get a container and put a gym in the container because I want to start parking in the garage again. So we had thought we have all of our gym stuff set up in the garage, and then with my projects and all these things I want to do for like decor and things around the home, I keep putting things in the garage so it keeps getting full. So, anyways, we were like, yeah, we could make the garage into a gym and never park in it again. But then that defeats it kind of made Alan and I mad at each other talking about it because we're like, we built this garage to have a garage. Why are we filling it up? We said we would never do that. And so we're like, we need to not. So, but eventually, I don't know when, but you can buy a container for several $1,000s and get somebody to deliver it to the house and set it up. And then, but we would have to like cut a door and cut windows and do all this stuff. But we were pulling out of one of the high schools where the boys had their football game. And you can get what we saw, we're assuming, that it's a construction container. They already have a door and they already have windows. So it was like on their property because they're doing construction. And we were like, dang, what if we can get a container that already has that?
Yeah.
And then we don't have to like do all that to it. So lots of cool options. But if you want to go on Pinterest and look at a container gym, there's a gazillion ideas. So that kind of...
That's cool. I wish we would have done that instead of a storage building.
Had a container.
But we didn't think we would be here this long. So we thought, when we first
that
moved
would
in,
be good because then you could really be using that space. You
mean,
really could do that now. I mean, just think a whole nother year. What would rent be storing up y'all's stuff versus like a small shed or not a pod. A pod charges you too, right? So yeah, like some type of building
to put it in there.
Yeah, because then y'all are gonna have to go and get like other clothes and switch out stuff and yeah. And you keep saying they go up on storage too, don't they? Mm-hmm. It's not the same price. That's crazy.
It's not every month, but it's gone up probably 4 times since we've been here.
Yeah. That's like definitely longer than y'all wanted it. You were like, we'll have this storage unit a year. Mm-hmm. Now it's been 3. Mm-hmm. This December will be 3. Mm-hmm. So a little over 2 years. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Even last year we bought a Christmas tree after Christmas on sale, thinking we'd be in the house to have a Christmas tree, and just little things that off. You think, it's that crazy. It's like, well, we'll be in the camper again for Christmas, but
Well, it could be. I think about this a lot too. I know, like y'all go back and forth about stuff. You could have gotten a house, right, and been paying like $3,000 rent every month.
That's what I mean. I'm so grateful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Even apartments. You can't get an apartment without minimum $1,500. Right.
Because now we pay an interest payment too to the bank monthly.
Yeah.
And it's
screwing you. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So there's no way for us paying that much rent and paying an interest payment. And
I got to say one more thing.
What?
This contractor started a band. So he's out kikiing on the streets while Angel and Mark are over here like cleaning up his mess. I think the reason I get so livid over everything is because justice needs to be served. I'm not the only one that's mad, FYI. There's a lot of people that are pissed off and that are digging into this. So, and I keep saying that, but I'm like, Angel and Mark know a lot of people. So there's a lot happening. And they've done a lot, but he's just out living his life.
But I've had to come to the thing of it's realized, me talking about the windows and all that kind of stuff, because I felt like I want something to happen to him. Like I want him to have some kind of consequence.
For sure.
But this is what I've had to realize.
What?
The Lord knows everything.
Oh, yeah. He'll have a consequence.
Our thoughts, his intentions,
yep.
His heart, even stuff he hadn't said, even stuff his wife don't know.
Yep.
The Lord knows.
Yes.
We all will have consequences for our sin.
Well, we all, at the end, we will have justice. Yeah.
So I've had to release that to be like, okay, Lord, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know in the next 6 months what's going to happen. I don't know if he's ever going to have a consequence that I'm going to see. I don't know if he's ever going to fall to his knees and say he's sorry, to forgive him. I hope he does.
Yeah, he's never said sorry.
I hope he does. And I'm not saying to me, I'm saying the Lord. I hope he makes his life right.
No, for sure.
So I've come to the place where, and I do not pray for him every day. I have prayed for him a couple times because I don't know what I want. I don't know. I don't wish bad. And I know this sounds so bad. Some people are not going to understand this.
They will if they've gone through something themselves.
I don't wish harm on him. I really do not. I do not wish harm on his family, on his children. I do not. But I know that doing the wrong thing and you keep on doing the wrong thing, the Lord ain't going to let you get away with it forever. That's all. So I've had to let that go, that he's going to take my back. He's taking the battle. Whatever's going to happen, he's going to work it out for us.
Yeah.
Because I can't live being angry and mad and upset, even though this isn't finished and things are going to come up and I'm going to have my moments. But I've had to let that sort of I guess the anger go. I really have. Mm-hmm. Not meaning I'm not still hurt or upset, but I can't live in that of just being pissed off all the time.
Yeah, because it physically hurts you.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I can't honestly say that I've forgiven him yet. I hope eventually I will. That I'm praying for my heart to work on that. I have not yet. So that's something I have to work on. But I feel like forgiving somebody is not really about him. It's about us.
Yeah, you don't have to forgive him. You can just move on from it and let it go. Because 100%, he will. He's messed with the wrong family, which is our family. So we're not going to stop fighting for you and Mark, and y'all are not going to start fighting for yourself. But he's going to one day do this to someone that's going to physically take him down. And it's going to be nasty because not everybody is a believer. Not everybody wants to see the good in people. And some people don't care what happens to them as long as the other person goes down too. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's, yeah.
And I'm not meaning by that, because I said at the beginning of this that I am a people pleaser. I'm not meaning this as like I'm trying to please and do the right thing. I'm just meaning it for my heart and my life. I can't dwell. That does not mean we are not taking steps to benefit us. So we are in a home and doing things. That does not mean I'm just sitting here like a floor mat and not doing anything.
Preach.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But it does not mean that I won't. I'm really trying not in my heart of heart to say like, I want to be vengeful. Is that the right word? Yeah. I really am. I can't live like that.
You know how some people live their life and they're like, you're like, hey, how's life? And you're like, oh, I'm just so mad. Everything's crap. Like, you know, you're just always in a negative headspace. So like that, when I hear you say this, I take it as you want to change your mindset about it. Yes, he needs to have a consequence for it, but it's not going to affect your daily life. Like you're actively working to pursue better and to, get a home, finish everything that's supposed to be done 100%. And something's going to happen to him, I'm sure. So that's how I hear it.
Yeah. And I try to like, when I get, and like 2 weeks ago, if we would have sat down and had this conversation, it would have been a totally different podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been but I don't want to come from that. But when I get in that little bitty doubt of upset, and I have to sort of going through anything. It don't matter what you're going through. I think about there were times like when you're a new mama and you're sitting there and that's all you're doing is feeding your baby and you don't have any time and you're so tired and you're so exhausted and you can get in your head a little bit. I don't know why I said that. Probably because we just have our new grandbaby I've been thinking about.
Well, because that's overwhelming.
Just like, the overwhelming of just feeling like, and sometimes that's all you can think about in your little bubble of what's going on. And so I've tried to be like, Lord, you have blessed me in so many ways. Let me just say what I do to myself. And I did this with my kids. When I start having some negative thinking, I do get in the mirror and talk to myself. Y'all might think I'm a little crazy, but I do this to my kids too. I even do it to my husband sometimes. When he starts having the negative, like we go back and forth to each other, like stop being negative. Tell me 5 positive things that's going on in your life. Tell me 5 positive things. And so it's like, I'm so grateful that we have a place to live, that we're not paying a crazy amount of rent. I'm so grateful. We had, my oldest is married, a wonderful marriage with him and my daughter-in-law, and had our first grandbaby. Like, so grateful. But then on the other hand, you think that and I'm like, I want my house for them to come see me at my house and me to cook for them and all these memories that I feel like we're missing out on. So do you see how that can get in your head? I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for our health. Mark's had some health issues with his aneurysm throughout the couple of years. I'm so grateful he's still here, just had a birthday. That there's so many things that we are grateful for, even though that I've had to realize I think we will get a house and the Lord is going to provide that. But if it didn't happen, we have each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people that's lost their spouse.
Lost
kids. I know life can always be worse. So I try to be like, I'm thankful, Lord, for what I have, and I'm blessed for what I have. Thank you so much, because I know you're going to work it out.
Yep.
So I guess that's how. I can't let myself get in that negative thinking, because it will take me down.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And so me getting in my Bible every day has helped so much. Like, and trying to do it, I've done it first thing in the morning, and that's my goal, to do that, to start fresh. And then when I start having, like when I'm in the car, worship music on, praying out loud, just talking to him. Listen, the other day I was in the car by myself. Was it yesterday? Yeah, because Jasper was here, going to watch Maisie for a little bit. And I was stopped at the light, and I was just praying out loud, talking like he was, the Lord sitting right there with me. And some man was looking at me like, who in the crap is she talking to? And I was just like, oh, Lord. I got embarrassed for a second. I'm like, you don't know me. Like, all right.
You know what I think about, though, when people do that? When I notice other people talking, I'm like, they could have an earbud in their ear.
Or talking
through their car. So I look at people too, and I'm like,
but I was just talking, and he was looking at me like, mm-hmm. So
I love that though.
Maybe he saw Jesus in there with me. Maybe he's like, oh, I see you, because I felt like he's with me.
He probably was like, good, I'm normal. I do the same thing.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he was like, look at that.
So anyway,
look how adorable that is. I love that. But yeah, I like that you also put it in perspective. You're not a doormat. You're not laying down. You're fighting. Things are happening. So I'm very excited for the future for you guys. And that is an update. Anything else you want to update us on?
Nope.
Any news? There was a question I thought would be so good, but dang, we're probably not going to do it. Some of these questions, maybe you want to answer them. What do you think is the hardest part about being a woman right now that people don't talk about enough?
I feel like right now, I'm in the beginning of menopause.
Yeah, no, listen. Let me just tell you. I am 39. I'm about to be 40. I am in Perry. You probably are menopausal. I think you need to embrace it.
But anyway, that...
Courage, I'm going to say this because I've been putting her on blast a lot. She's in straight menopause. She has been in a relationship. She has dated. She's been in a relationship. They just celebrated an anniversary. Okay. They've been in a while. Her doctor was like, oh, wow. So you've been here for a minute. Yeah. You've just been in denial. That's something
people don't talk a lot about.
Yeah.
But that would not be, now thinking about it. Do you know what I think would be my top right now?
What?
And I think because my boys are 10 years apart, 9.5, 10 years. And so my oldest is married. Let me just tell you something. I had a hard time. Not that I was happy about him getting married. I love Ava, so grateful. I was not a bit sad of any of that. But it's that leaving. And he didn't go to college. He got married and left, you know what I mean? Moved out 2 weeks before he got married, and that about killed me. And we were living in a camper, so I do understand. It killed me. And there's sometimes even now, they've been married well over a year. Has it been like a year and a half? They'll be married 2 years in April and have a grandbaby. That I miss him. But you know what? Not saying I wouldn't just miss him if it was him. But I think because Jasper's 8 and we're doing things with him that I'm like, oh, Levi's not here.
Yeah.
I miss our family unit.
It's not like you and Mark raised all your kids. Now all your kids have moved out. Now they're doing their thing and y'all are now doing your thing. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
you started
on my second
over.
phase of life. Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's not with us.
Yeah.
And that's been a little
weird not having both your kids.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I mean, you know what I mean. I think that's been a hard transition. But
yeah.
Throughout my year, just looking at. And maybe dwelling on that more. If we were in our house and there were things, I feel like I had a little bit more time. Because you think about, like, living in this camper. We don't have a yard to mow. We don't have stuff like when you're in your house that you have stuff you have to do all the time. So there's sometimes, like on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, we're so bored.
Like, what do we do?
But I'm like, Mark, eventually one day we're going to be mowing the yard and planting flowers and all this stuff that has to go at the house. Oh, this room needs to be painted. We hadn't had to deal with any of that.
Y'all going to have animals. Y'all going to have goats. Y'all going to have cats to feed.
I know. Jasper wants to have fainting goats.
Yeah. Chickens. You're going to have chickens.
We will not have a dog.
Oh, yeah.
We will not have a dog.
I hope Mark doesn't come home with one. He's like, surprise.
Yeah, we will not. The only dog that we will have at our home is the Fruger, and that's Levi and Ava's dog.
Yeah.
If he needs to come over.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a lot with a pet. It is.
So anyway, I don't know. I got off on a tangent, but.
Okay, so more women need to speak about when they're almost going to a phase of like, your kid is now an adult. That transition is really hard.
And probably most people, when their kids go to college, they have that transition.
Yeah.
But my transition, he was here, but it's like just the getting the married and like I miss like I'm a take care of. I miss cooking for him and him coming home. What do you want for dinner? I miss that. I miss us sitting down together. And you know, the last couple of years he was into football and playing sports, so he was gone 4 or 5 nights a week. But I miss like I made your food and I put it in the microwave for you. You may heat it up when you get home. I miss that, I guess, taken care of. Even at the time when he was in high school, before he got married and stuff, washing clothes, I was like, you're going to start washing your own clothes. I ain't doing this no more. I miss that, washing his clothes. Is that not crazy?
Yeah.
Like the little things that you miss. And then it's making me cherish Jasper, that I'm like, I feel like Levi was just your age, and now he is married and out and has a baby. These next 10 years are going to fly by.
And him and Jay are completely different.
Totally.
Which is so funny because I wonder how Jay's going to be at 18.
Well, I don't know. I asked him, I'm like, do you think you're going to get married at 18 like Bubby did? And he said, nah, I'm going to live here forever.
He's like, don't worry about being sad over me leaving. I'm going to be right here.
I'm not leaving your mama. But they all say that when they're little. Levi used to say that way. Like, I ain't getting married. I'm going to live here. I'm like, you going to leave me? And I think that's the difference is having boys. I don't have a girl. So I don't have that, like, you know, even moms can get on your nerves being the daughter. But we can get on each other, even me and you, we can get on each other's nerves, but then we're fine in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I could probably be so ugly to you and you can be ugly to me and we forgive each other.
True.
Same with your mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then girls still talk to their mamas. Girls call their mamas.
Yeah.
Boys don't call their mamas that much, even though he does call me and I'm so grateful. But it's not like an everyday, let me call your mama, what's going on with your life. And boys don't share what's really going on in their life. So they're not that communicating.
They just
so
think
much
it's not really
girls
important.
Do. Yeah.
They're just like, it's fine. I mean, we went and did whatever. And you're like, well, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just that. It's just different.
Yeah.
But I have a grandbaby and I'm so excited.
Girl. Yeah.
So she's
so
sweet.
Cute.
So I'm excited about that. But, and let me tell you, loving a grandbaby, people don't talk about that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I love her so much.
I
want to see her every day, and I can't, but she is just like...
I know people are like, oh, this baby's so cute, but she's really she looks like a little doll. Like a perfect little proportioned little baby doll that has little rolls. She really is so cute.
But she has brought us, right now, going through this, so much joy. I mean, I'm holding back tears to cry. Like, she's just precious, so I'm so excited. I hope they have tons of kids.
Oh my gosh.
Just keep on having them.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Angel's like, Jasper's not going to leave. The grandkids are going to not leave. Dang.
And I'm excited to say, all right, y'all want a date night? Just bring them on over. Even if they have 10. Just bring them all on over. Let them spend the night.
Oh my gosh.
To bake with them, to cook things with them. I'm just excited about making memories. I like doing the memories stuff.
Yeah.
And cute. I guess the thing with Jasper now, like, he's still in that making memories. You know, by the time your kids are 15, 16 and they're driving, they ain't with you much.
Yeah.
They're with their friends if they're playing sports, and that's where it really went. When he started driving, it's like he was going to practice, and then I'm going to Chick-fil-A with my friends. And that was a hard transition. But then, like, when they're really gone and not living with you in the house, you know what I mean? So cherish them. Yeah. If you're listening to this, you have little kids, and you think, oh, these days are so long. It goes by so fast.
It really does. Maddox and Cruz have a birthday, and they'll be... No, he is 11. 12 and 10, which is insane. So
you think about 3 more years, he'll be driving permit.
I know. I'm going to ride with him. Let me
just say this.
I'll be like, where are you going?
She's going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I'll be like, where are you going? Oh, I got to go. Oh,
I'm coming with you.
I'll just come with you. I'll just sit in the car. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Yeah, no, it's
but you want them to grow up and be independent. I'm so grateful Levi's independent. I don't have, like, he's a hard worker. I don't want him, like, needing me all the time. Yeah. But you do miss them needing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, so, that's it. We can.
Well.
Cut.
That was a great episode, you guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you follow and subscribe to add me to the group chat. If you want to see the video of this, it is on YouTube, which you've gotten through the video because now you've just heard all this. Okay, so we're going to end it, and I'll do a little intro. Toodles!